This Saturday is the Hollywood Half Marathon, which will benefit a local shelter. Now, the man organizing this 13-mile event knows quite a bit about running, but also about being homeless. Kerry Berkland with his story.
To look at these pictures of Ken Nwadike in high school, you'd never guess that he and his 4 siblings and his mom were homeless, living in a shelter. And that was the point. Ken had no choice. He had to grow up fast. Still, somehow Ken excelled, especially in sports. He was a track star. You couldn't even enjoy being a star athlete.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was never.
Because there are perks to that.
Of course there are.
Fast forward to today, and Ken is a race director, bringing everything full circle. The homeless track star has started a race to benefit homeless shelters, and specifically here in Hollywood, Covenant House, California, that gets homeless youth back on their feet.
You know, I think each person individually has something special about them that makes them a superhero on the inside. Of course, no one's running around with masks and capes. Well, actually, some people are. We're in Hollywood.
Where did this come from? Where did this spirit of, it's a spirit of love.
Right.
Where did that come from?
I started running. I was homeless as a teen growing up, and running was kind of my outlet.
Yeah.
And fortunately, it led to me getting a scholarship to college. I felt like it gave me purpose. Okay. So eventually, I started a race to kind of pay it forward to the homeless shelters that helped me out when I was down. And so when I saw the bombing of the Boston Marathon, it hit very close to home for me because, you know, just how much it's uplifted my life, the sport has. And so I wanted to be that example of love.
Thanks so much for coming in. So look, you started this kind of one-man peace movement.
Yes, sir.
Explain a little bit about what it is that you wanted to try and do.
Sure. In response to the bombing of the Boston Marathon, I really noticed that, you know, there needs to be more people that are standing up for love and unity, and I decided I was just going to fly out to the race and set up on course and just try to give thousands of people hugs. And I didn't expect that many people would stop, and they did, and it's just kind of grown from there.
It's blown up.
If one black person does something, right? We can't say that every black person is bad.
If one white person
does something, we cannot say that every cop is bad. None of these people here shot anyone. I see them as human beings, just like I see everybody on this side as human beings. We're all human. This uniform doesn't make him a robot. Just like your uniform, your skin color doesn't make you a criminal. And that's what I need people to understand, is to stand neutral. But this man gave me a hug, and he wants to fight me because of that. How does that make sense? Spreading more hate into the world. That's the world that I want to live in, because I feel like that's not our world today. People aren't really stepping out of their comfort zone to be able to spread more happiness in the world and just be very diverse and open with things. Most of the people that I dance with, look at this old guy, he's having the time of his life. Like, he stayed there for a long time with his little Curious George and his outfit, and he went nuts with us, and we really turned that thing into a party until security got there. So it was really fun, you know? We had a lot of fun with that. all the domestic terror. Many of these things happen because people feel isolated, people feel like they're not loved, they feel like people don't care about them, and so it only promotes more hate into the world. And so this project is really born out of just being able to remind people to care for one another, step out of your comfort zone, just remember how important love is and unity. We're all human beings, and that's what matters. When I look in this crowd here, so you guys are a very diverse group. It's beautiful to me, you know? And I think that you guys need to celebrate this because this is the real world. You guys step out of here. We get into
and you're trying to teach peace. Never forget, they killed Martin Luther King, they killed Jesus, they killed, you know, so you can go down the list of how many people are pushing peace and died for it, you know? What's up? Okay. In the middle of all this, there's a guy with a free hug sign. Trying to hug.
Sorry, one of those signs, that black sign right there on the right, it says free hug. What people were doing right now, instead of all of this pushing, shoving.
One thing that we do see in this video, and you posted a lot of it on Facebook, is that we see some people appearing to taunt you. What were they saying? Why were they saying that? I mean, you've been doing this for some time. You've even gone to political rallies, Donald Trump rallies, doing this. What do you make of the people that were taunting you for this?
Again, I think they were young. I think they don't really understand the message of unity. They looked at the police officers, even the police officers that were there, as the enemy. And what I was trying to help them understand was that these individual police officers that are standing here are not the reason why the protest is even taking place. These men did not shoot anyone, and these kids felt that just based on the uniforms that they wear, that makes them all guilty by association. And what I was trying to explain to them is, you know, to generalize or categorize police officers that way, that would be like someone saying, well, this black man did this, so therefore every black man is now a criminal, every black man is guilty. And it's not right, you know, and some people may say, yeah, but that's their profession, they're supposed to protect and serve. But there's good cops and there's bad cops, and the majority of cops are good, you know, and so every time that we have one of these cases that pops up, we can't go and get upset at the other 90-something% of police officers that are really just trying to do their job and do it well, and we're really only hearing about these cases. That can't make them the enemy.
Ultimately, what we all need is unity and a way to be able to get along, and we do that by
having discussions and interacting with each other and not shouting over each other so much that we're not hearing what the next person is saying.